2 catch, what you saw, how that one developed.
The what?
The 4th and 2 catch down the sideline.
Oh yeah. I mean, from there it was just I seen the corner pressed up on me. He was playing real inside leverage, and as I was releasing, I was coming off my release and just kind of reading the DB, and he stayed inside. So I just took the outside release, and Mac put it on the money on the sideline and ended up making the catch on my helmet. I didn't see that until they showed the instant replay.
Yeah, Kyle said it was kind of dicey. Did you have it?
I have no idea. I didn't see the entire replay. I just knew it was in my hands when I thought I caught it, so I didn't get to see if I had full maintain of the ball. But yeah, I think it was a catch.
Those look difficult as it is, but are they harder than people even think because you've got the helmet there sort of blocking as the ball is descending?
Yeah, I mean, probably personally for me, I probably should turn my hands around, jump up and go make a play with my hands. But, I was just trying to read it over my shoulder. And, I mean, when you play day games like that, sometimes the sun gets in your eyes. And I couldn't really see the ball until it got really close to me. And then as it got close to me, I just, turned my hands that way and ended up making the catch regardless. So, I don't think it's really a problem unless you don't make the catch.
What's the mentality on that last drive? Is there a feeling of inevitability that you guys are going to win this, or is there, oh gosh, one play at a time thing?
Yeah, I always think that we're going to win it, honestly. I always have hope. I'm always optimistic about it. And, when we get the ball and we got 2 minutes left and we're driving down the field, I have all the confidence in the world and, in Mac and the entire offense to go out down there and, win the game for us. And I think it really shows, what kind of team we have. To be able to go through adversity the entire game as an offense and be able to put up points at the end to win the game. Yeah, shout out to Eddie too.
You had 13 targets today. What can you say about your confidence level and your Kyle Shanahan's trust in you?
No, for sure. I think I'm building more and more confidence. The more I'm playing, the more I'm practicing and getting reps in the offense. And I like to hear that number a lot. 13 targets, pretty good. But yeah, I think my confidence is always going to be there for me. I'm very confident in my route running ability. To create separation and make the play when when the ball's thrown my way.
Did Mac say anything at the start of that last drive there, or did he just come out in business?
Yeah. He was on the sideline and he was throwing the ball to some of the equipment guys, warming up his arm again to go back out there on the game-winning drive. And he just looked at me. I looked at him and he was like, "Let's do this." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So I already knew what time it was for Mac. He was really locked in. He was amped up, and I'm super excited for him.
Those lines, what do you think of his game today and just kind of how he stepped up?
Yeah, I think he did a really good job. Being put in that situation. This entire offense is really new to him. He just got here this last summer, and to be a quarterback where you really have to know where everybody's at on the field at the same time, you have a different game plan each and every week. I just want to give all the credit in the world to Mac because that's really a difficult situation to be into, and he's doing a really good job stepping up, making plays, bringing that energy that we need in the huddle for the guys to build off, and then in the 2-minute drive down the field to win the game. That's that just shows the kind of man he is and what he's about.
Ricky, you had said after week 1 that was your first real week 1. How much fun have you been having these last few weeks, just being able to go out there?
I have fun every day, especially when KB's out there with me. We're constantly dancing. But yeah, no, I'm having a great time. I'm super blessed, super happy to be in the situation I am. Especially considering the situation, what I had to go through last year, being able to, wake up every day and, just be thankful the day that is to come, and, being able to get in this locker room with these guys like them, and, and being around great coaches. It's, there's a lot of things to be happy and excited about each and every day, and I wake up and I just remind myself that every single day because, there's a lot to be thankful for.
You just mentioned KB. What's your guys' relationship kind of like, and how has it grown since he got here?
Yeah, I feel like I've known the dude for a long time, but I've really only known him for like a week. He's a great dude. He's always smiling and laughing, and that's what I'm about. He's one of those energy guys, good dudes to be around. And you're gonna hear him when you're in the meeting room with him, when you're in the huddle with him, and it just makes me play more free too as well. We're just enjoying the game, and that's what it's about.
You know you were getting the ball a lot today. You knew there was no JJ in the pregame. What was going through your mind in pregame?
Yeah, I try to, have that mindset where I always think I'm getting the ball. You got to have that mindset because you never know when the ball actually get thrown your way. And if you're not thinking that way, then that opportunity is going to pass you. So, I always have that mindset. Obviously we didn't have JJ, so, I knew the circumstances of it, and I was going to get more opportunities to make plays and just to expand on those.
Basically, last one proven that it doesn't really matter who's at quarterback. Be ready for the ball and be able to contribute at a high level. Was there anything different that you had to do to adjust to Mac when that change was made?
No, there was nothing to adjust in my game. With Kyle Shanahan's offense, we got to be in the right spots during the right time of the quarterback, and for me, it's just being in that window. When my name's called, and when the timing comes and the coverage is what it is, and I think getting more and more reps with Mac, the more comfortable we're getting with each other. But like you said, I don't think it really matters. What quarterback it is for me. It's just getting to those right spots at the right time, just to make it easier for the quarterback to throw the ball to me.